Raila Junior has been installed as the head of the Odinga family in a Luo ceremony ritual titled Nyar Ma Sidho, meaning that he's going to take over his father, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, in terms of him being able to initiate when it comes to some decisions that have to be made, when it comes to, let's say, some practices, traditional family practices that used to require the authority and the stamp of former Prime Minister. He will be the one to give the stamp and authority, and that could potentially cause a little bit of family rift, because I understand Winnie Odinga was envisioned or fronted as a potential, let's say, is it inheritor or a beneficiary, or rather as a personality who at least would have, I'll say, politically taken after Baba. But usually in the African traditional society, even in Luya and Luo and many other communities, it's usually the firstborn son. And if the son is not the firstborn, or then it goes to the daughter. But in some communities, that rather give it to the son, because the son or the male child is always considered to be a warrior of the family. And because in the absence of Fidel Castro, who also during the ceremony, Mama Ida Odinga, they visited the gravesite or the graveyard where he was buried and did also a ritual and offered a prayer. It's usually the firstborn son who does that. But now the honors and the powers have been conferred to Raila Odinga Junior. And of course, there are Luo elders there. We saw some other, say, businessmen, including SK Macharia and many other politicians who visited to do this. So what does that mean for the Luo Nyanza community? I think it's a good question to pose it to you. And what do you make of that? Is it something you'd love to see how it unfolds from here and after? What is your reaction to it, and what does that ceremony mean to you, if you're Luo or you're Luya? Do you also have such similar practices in your community? I'll definitely would love to hear from you. And I love the fact that, he has announced that anyone is open and free to visit their homestead and offer, their condolences and tributes to Prime Minister.